closer, and I'd do the same thing with her. I'd walk her, wet her feet, and see what is the best rhythm for her to walk.
Right, right.
But rear movement is what we would normally find on Schnauzers. And the other thing is the tail is here, and when they stop normally, they're 3 inches hop down beyond the tail, and that's what you want.
Okay, okay.
So you can always measure that by, from here to here is approximately 3 inches. You always got it with you. So when the dog instantly stops of its own, just check and see if you need to teach that dog to extend its leg out further to make it look better. Now, some dogs, until they mature at a later age, will bring their rears under them a little bit because they're not as familiar or feel as comfortable. So you often see a young dog high in the rear.
Right.
So the way you get around that is just teach them to go 1/4 of an inch out further, good dog, and pat them here. So that as you do 1/4 of a bit until you get that slope you want. And you have, it's a taught method with the dog.
Right.
They don't do it on their own.
Right.
And until they're full grown, a lot of dogs look high in the rear. So it's just one of the things you want to always be doing with your dog. We didn't see this one move.
No, we're going to do that one with the other two,
Okay.
or what? So we're doing 3 and 3.
I don't know. I just
We got
I couldn't find her. Somebody stuck her in an X-Band.
Oh, I stuck her in an X-Band, so we're...
Go, baby girl.
Oh, hush!
Now you see how the black and silver that's dark in the rear all the way down, you never have that illusion that they're almost touching their feet because they're white on the inside. There we go. That's better.
That's better.
Doing good. Yeah, good puppy, good puppy.
Settle down.
Good, good girl.
We got Michelle.
She, like most dogs, she likes to get there where she wants to go in a hurry.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah,
You're fine.
but that's good. Okay.
Is this what you want? Like wither?
Yeah.
Breastbone?
What? Yeah, I'll hold. Do
Then they
wither.
can go down and they
Find
can...
your wither is,
Right.
where your highest point is. First of all, you got to get them stacked just right, or you won't have the right answer.
This is good for you guys. Beckett, no.
Okay, now.
No.
Okay, now. It's okay, baby. Find the highest point of your wither. Right here. Mark that with your finger. Here's your breastbone here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so he's just being
Now what
naughty.
you're looking for is from the area from here to here is one hand's width, right? Right. Now you want the elbow, and you want to swing
Okay,
it.
you guys that are
It should be
learning, get up
equally.
by this dog.
It should
So
be
you're,
equal. So you want to try it yourself, because you're the one who's going to be evaluating what puppy you're going to put in the ring, and you've got to know each individual. There's no such thing as a perfect dog.
That's why we go to dog shows. We're still trying to find one.
Right. There's no such thing as a perfect dog.
I've said that for 30 years. Somebody's still trying to
But
find that perfect one.
you find where your faults are so you can camouflage them.
Right,
from the
right,
check.
right.
So if you go from here to here, measure that point with your hand,
Okay.
from there to here, then swing down with your finger and try to be no further than the elbow right there.
Okay. Just, I'm right on it.
Okay? So now, what I'd see on this is a short. Be short on the foreleg. Now, when you find the wither here and the breastbone here,
Okay.
you go from here to here,
Okay.
swing this down. You see where I need the elbow?
Yeah. Yeah.
I need the elbow back here, 1 inch further back.
Okay. Okay.
So that just tells you you've got a forward neck. You got to build through here to give him the, with a lot of extra hair through here, to give him the appearance that he's got a lay back here, where his lay back should be here instead of here. So it's for your own benefit to know how to groom around it. Then pick up a dog's foot Oh, one thing you want to do is never allow any hair between the pads of the feet.
This isn't my dog.
I know. I'm just saying as if it were.
Oh, sure.
It may be by the afternoon.
If there's no hair between the pads of the foot's going to be up on its toes, and it will stand and walk a lot better.
Okay.
So no hair between the pads of the feet.
Clean all that out.
All right.
She's out of
Another thing you want to watch for is check where your last rib is. Okay. Last rib. Okay. Put your fingers from the last rib to the loin, till you get to the hind leg.
All four.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
You'd like that to be as short as possible. Right. Because on a bitch, you'd like it a little bit longer because they carry puppies easier.
Don't
But
say that,
this is
Julie,
the
when
area
they
you
do
want
that.
to shorten.
Let 'em figure it
She's
out.
almost finished.
Just check musculature on the back quarters. If it feels like a marshmallow back here, the dog isn't getting enough exercise. So that's one of the things good judges check for is that second thigh and see how much.
But also, if I push back a little bit, it's going to be tighter.
Sometimes, not always. Here,
Okay.
I'll show you. You check those. I'll pull him a little forward, check the muscle tension. Now I'm going to push back a little and check it. Doesn't change the muscle tension.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so if you've got marshmallow muscles back there, the dog's
Yeah.
not getting enough exercise.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And you won't have the same kind of rear go on.
I know.
So that's the quickest way a judge checks to see
If
what
they're-
kind of condition the dog's in.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that, you want from here to here, the size of the dog here to be the same as the size of the dog here. They're a square dog, right? So
And you measured that from here
from there to the wither point, and in this case the wither point's there, and you turn that around and it should be the ideal. And this you want to do with a ruler. Okay, everything else you can do with hands. You want from elbow to floor to be the same length as elbow to the top.
Okay.
And you can see if you were being, I could do 2 fingers beyond this. Okay, this and 2 fingers beyond. It's very close, see?
Top of the
Dog. Yeah. You want the leg and the body to be identical. Now in young puppies, the leg will be longer than the body because the body grows. Then when you check the dog from the side this way, you should feel a spring to the ribs.
Enough.
Now there's many of the lines whose ribs don't spring till they're 1.5 years old. So tail set should be right there, and there shouldn't really be a dip, but the tail should never be squirreled either. Good tail set. Okay. Now you've done pretty much the body. You go to the head. Head should be equal. 4 fingers on the top, you should be able to get 4 fingers here. Now as you can see, 4 fingers covers the nose. So if you were doing anything with this head, you'd elongate it here. So comb the whiskers forward, okay, and clean this off real tight. Eyes are good. You want an oval eye and a dark eye, and that's very good. And if this was a natural-eared dog, you'd want the ears to bend over and the inside edge of the ear touch the head. Now, whether they come up a little or go flat across the head is your own preference. There is no written law, but the inside edge does have to touch the side of the cheeks. Now, naturally, dogs use their ears like radar, so sometimes that doesn't always happen. You'd like clean cheeks. When you run your hand across here, you shouldn't find a big zoomatic cheekbone here. So you see judges go like this with the head of the dog. What they're really looking for is this dog cheek. Then they'll go like this and check. And usually they'll only check to make sure that the 2 eye teeth overlap and make a nice meld together. They seldom go all the way back and check and see if you got every tooth in your mouth, which is supposed to be.
In the breed standard, does it ask for full dentition?
Yes, it does, but judges don't.
Thank
only
you.
check.
Thank you.
The judges only check.
And I thank judges who do check.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for
Well,
checking full
they
dentition.
also say the dog's supposed to have a depth of pad. How many judges have you ever seen check for the depth of pad?
Never.
No.
But here we are again. We find where the wither is. And the wither's right there. We find where the breastbone is. Now, you're going to go from wither to breastbone.
Beckett.
Make that turn. And here's where the elbow should be. And again, this is what you see in the ring all the time going up winning is dogs whose, if you went down, it's okay, Ponton, we're not hurting you. If you went down from the wither and you drew a straight line, you won't find the elbow.
Stand.
You're doing real good to find the middle of the leg.
Stand.
That's all right, honey. Yep, right.
We're working on standing.
And you see here, when you get that loin, there's the last rib. 3 fingers, possibly just a 3.5 on my hand. So this is a nice short loin here. We'll go on to the rear. And again, you lift the dog, let it fall of its natural accord. And through there, you should be able to put 2 front legs when it naturally stands. Now, our standard of a mini is the same standard that the giant and the standard schnauzers have. They're allowed, when they walk, to meet center line and walk like a working dog. All the judges want the mini to walk wide. That's why I say you have to practice what gait will your dog extend its rear out just a little bit and walk wider with its rear. Because the faster you move, the more it's going to go to center line. Now, from here to the floor, you want a nice straight line. You don't want hocks that turn in or out either way. And you get a good hock often with good muscle mass on that second thigh. Second thighs take a good year to develop well. So don't expect the puppy to not feel like marshmallow. Excuse me. Sorry, puppy. Same thing. Here. Nice.
No.
It's okay. You're good, baby. Good, baby. Yes. Oh, I like kisses. I like kisses. Hair between the pads of the foot is very necessary to get a good tight foot. Back to the head. You're looking for a cheekbone that you can feel more prominent, but you've got to feel some cheekbone. I mean, there's no such thing as no cheekbone there. And again, it's the forefinger on the top to the break. Forefinger, and again, you'd like to see nose about right here.
Let me see that again. The 4 fingers.
See 4 fingers
Let me get that right there. Okay.
and 4 fingers up there.
Okay.
Eyes should be oval and dark, and they are. Ear sets are good. We wish we had a couple of natural, and I'd show them, how they could change their ears. Yeah, well, it'll come. See how the eye teeth space each other and act like a good unit there? Same on the other side. And that's primarily all the judge is going to look for on your front. And there's differences in fronts, because in Europe, they want this front to bow out slightly and have a prominent chest bone. In the United States, because we're showing in that terrier group again, they like to see flat fronts. So, again, camouflage with grooming. And here we are again. Length of body and height should be identical. And then when you're judging legs, there's 2 fingers high, 2 fingers. So actually, the leg does show that it's in proportion to where each is equal. A lot of people talk about hocks being, if you're measuring with your hand, I always say a hock should be no less ever than 4 inches. But if you get a 6-inch, a hock that is, say, you could put 7 fingers there and you're just getting to the top of that hock, you got a hock that's a little too high.
So this
Can
one
you-
would be too high?
No, this is fine.
Okay.
This is fine. See, you got a 5-finger hawk. That's
Okay.
fine. And the reason I check everything with fingers is because you always got them with you. And everybody's going to be a little bit different because your hand's a little different than my hand, but it's always yours. So,
Yeah, so I'll comment on a couple things.
all right.
Because I'm using her as an example because she's got some good things and she's got some bad things. Like she said, this is the thing you see more in Europe. There's two types in the United States. There's what they call the working type and the terrier type.
What's correct? What's the breed standard say?
Working
What's
type.
correct?
The working type.
But the judges breed us on the terrier type.
Right.
Okay.
So I breed for a 4-chest because I consider that more the working type than the flat front. So you'll find a variation of breeders doing different things in the United States depending on what they're trying to breed for. Now in her case, I want you guys to feel her back because you'll see she does not have a level back. She's got a little bit of a dip here. You can camouflage that in showing them, but you don't necessarily want that. So I want you guys to feel her back so you can see what I'm saying.
Right there.
Now go all the way to her tail. Run your hand all the way to the tail. And I
Now-
purposely took out her undercoat.
Let me
To let
show
you
you
feel-
how you can camouflage that
Right.
from the judge. Now watch what happens. Check that back again, and
Now
I just
feel.
extended her legs.
See what you can do. You can alter. Okay.
And you have the Canadian way of altering that by holding the head
Right.
down.
By tilting
Yes,
the head. Go ahead, guys.
Or you'll see a lot of people who do what we call the rocking horse position.
All the way to the tail. So you can kind of feel with your fingertips.
Yes.
Okay.
And you see how it changes. Let him check
Now-
whether you change
Now,
it.
now put your
Now
hand
change it.
across her once we've stretched her legs out.
Yeah,
See
I
how
mean,
you
it's,
can alter
it's
it?
still there, but
Still
it is
there.
You
altered.
can alter
Yeah,
it, and you
okay.
can alter it with coat by letting undercoat grow in, you know?
And taking
But-
a lot off the rug.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, when you're doing this right here with this dip here, how did she age? Does that cause any arthritis
No,
or
no,
anything in here?
no, not anything.
No.
In fact, dogs with good laybacks as puppies will always have a dip.
Right, right.
Okay.
But I'm wanting you to see some of those things. The other thing I want you to feel is her head because we're going to show you in the next group of dogs a different head. Run your hands and feel how it dips here.
Right under her eyes.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Do you feel
I
that?
do feel that.
You can feel it better by
Yeah, just
Coming
go like
across
that.
the
Just
top.
gently do it.
Just
Don't
gently, yeah.
don't
Don't-
grab
Oh,
her
yeah.
hard, but just okay.
Okay, I do feel
Do you
that.
see that?
She lacks muzzle.
She lacks what they call fill
Under the eye.
so the nose
under
is
the
more
eyes.
pointy.
And again, you can do you can do
Right
altering
there.
in their grooming to cover that up. But do you want to feel her too? When you're doing some of the schnauzers?
And I figure a lot of this is the judge touching. Once you get him in a lineup, that judge isn't going to remember any
No,
of
but
that stuff.
we're talking from a breeding standpoint.
right.
You know.
But if you want to breed better dogs, these are the points
Yeah.
you're
So
looking
you
for.
want this right here. This
No, you do not
don't
want
want
this.
that.
This is bad.
Don't want
this
that.
is bad.
Do you
And you do
want-
not want this.
Okay.
But
you
we're
don't
wanting
want
you to
this
see
here,
some
and
things
don't
that
want
you
that.
don't want so
Okay.
that
So
you
you
can
know.
see something when it is the right thing.
Okay.
Because if you can't feel, do you want to feel too?
I can see it.
Okay. Because, you want to be able to feel some of those things on her. So, okay, you can put him on.
Well, feel the coat for quality. There's very many of those.
This is a rolled coat. She's never been stripped, so
And so roll coats have all stages of coat coming through.
So
It's
is this a good
layers.
coat or?
that's a good coat.
Okay. Kind of coarse.
You
Yeah.
can still feel the wire hair.
Okay.
If she was in a strip coat, it'd even be harder than it would be in a rolled coat because you get a mixture.
Okay.
So who's this? Beckett.
Beckett?
Beckett.
Beckett and Surrey, brother, sister.
Who's sire?
Stay. Yeah.
See how nice that layback is?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Gorgeous layback.
How old is this dog?
How old is he, Julie?
7 months.
I knew that would shut him up. What'd you do? He loves the camera. When I was here last time, he was like, oh.
Yeah, see now, that's good. He's got the tightest 4 fingers you ever saw in your life, so that's good. And you see, if you were to measure from from the tail set to where the hocks are, here's your 3 fingers. The hock is here. It's a beautiful rear set. His legs come nicely under where his wither is. His wither's right there. You draw a line down. Here you are, right at the elbow. He's got a less prominent chest bone, but that's because Stay has mostly your American bloodlines. But you can still feel it. Nice and here again, I didn't mention on the others because this is more of an adult dog. You put 4 fingers and you touch the bone part of both legs. Comes down nicely. He's he'll probably spring just a little bit more with those ribs because he's, I found my Stay puppies to be a little slower at
They're
springing
very
ribs.
slow, yeah.
So
Very
as
slow
you
in the
see, because of that, when he springs those ribs,
The legs will go straight.
yeah, they'll go a little bit straighter, but they're fine as is. Okay. All right. Muscles. Yeah. You're running around the yard. You're not doing any.
No, he's not doing road work yet.
Yeah.
That's starting here real quick.
You can always tell the dog who's
7
got
months.
yard work in, but no road work.
Stay and Jasmine, they're brother sister.
Yeah. But you can feel the definite, there's an indentation here where the second thigh comes in, right here.
Yeah.
And then, right here. You see there's an indentation where the second thigh comes in? Okay.
There.
Yeah. So on dogs that have got really good,
I know those. Don't hear the birds.
good road work on them, when you get to the second thigh, it almost, you can't find that indentation anymore.
Okay.
But you always tell the dog who's just runs is just not road work. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
nice.
Well, I tried getting him to shut up.
Nice.
He's a good one for them to see heads.
Yeah, and now you come and touch the back of this without being restacked or anything, and you find a flat back. Come on, you two. Touch. Kind of a back that has some structure to it.
It's just smooth.
Smooth
That's what you want,
transition.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Smooth transition.
Oh, such a good mouth. Oh, such a beautiful mouth.
Let me see his teeth.
Now, look at that set of gums. Oh, fantastic.
Beautiful teeth.
Yeah, and a clean head. This is what we call a clean head. When you go by like this, you're not running across a massive bone. And right behind, under the eye, it's mass.
It's what?
It's a mass. It
Nice,
doesn't.
smooth. You don't have that big
No
lump.
Doesn't
snip.
dip in.
No
Doesn't
snip.
Yeah.
And yet it isn't coarse. Now there's a difference between having a clean head and a coarse head. You can see some very good large-headed dogs that are coarse. When you grab their head, they've got a prominent zygotic bone there. They also, when you get to the mouth, it's like grabbing the muzzle of a German Shepherd.
You've got that thick jaw
Yeah.
and the
Right,
okay.
right.
So this one just smooth.
This is a
just
clean head. This is what you call a clean head.
Or just kind of smooth, gradual. Okay.
The breed calls for not a prominent stop between muzzle and forehead.
Yeah, if you can
Again.
see here, there's hardly any drop. That's something to really see.
You can strip him next
See,
time.
there's
and
hardly any
see how
drop
much
right
you love
here.
it.
You
Onto the
don't-
nose, it's
That's-
just barely a slight drop.
There-
So it's
there-
called
Right
parallel
here.
planes,
right.
right?
Parallel plane. You're right.
What were you saying?
See,
The
see
pl-
right
two
here?
planes.
Oh, okay.
This plane should be
Yeah, no,
flat,
the
and this
affection coming
plane
back
should be
after
flat.
you've done
See where her finger and my finger are?
Yeah.
There's hardly
There's
any
a little
dip.
difference between them, but there isn't a vast.
It's not a big drop, like
Okay.
not like a ski slope, you know. There.
Good. Deeper.
Goes the
Yeah,
head.
deeper. Let's
Yes.
go over to the next one. These are litter mates?
Sister, yep.
Oh my.
How old is this dog?
7 months, same thing. Okay, Pumpkin. Get up off your hair. Okay. There you are. All right, turn around. You don't have to watch Mom. Okay. The only difference I see in their shoulder structure is this one is more forward. See where this, if I drew the line down from her wither, it comes not quite to the elbow, but close. But it's a little more forward than the boy is. Little flatter chest too.
That makes sense then.
And run your hand over her top line a minute.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
The dip, definitely. Hers one that I would now run your hand over her top line.
Much improved.
She's one that you would have to teach to always go a half an inch back further and treat her. Half inch back, treat her. Every time she's on the table, you put her hind leg 1/2 inch back from what she would normally stand and give her a treat, so that you could give the command stack and she'll automatically put her feet 1/2 inch back. That's how we outwit the judges. They don't know what they're looking for anyway. No, but they know whatever breed they probably had. It just weren't Schnauzers. And you could get some Schnauzer breeder judges who really aren't tuned in well, or don't want to be tuned in well because they want to do what everybody else is putting up. Nice straight hops. You go down. When you lift her up, let her come down of her own accord. It's wide enough to put 2 legs between her. When you come to the front, you check those 2 legs. You put your 4 fingers there, and you touch bone on either side. That's good. That's what you should do. You shouldn't have more than 4 fingers between. This is pretty much a duplicate of the other, except I see just a few.
She has more forechest.
Well, actually,
She's got,
yeah, there's the bump's a little higher. That's all.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what you see. Is the bump is up way up
Little
here at the
higher.
top of her.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're checking, you think that it's just fat, but it isn't. There's a bump up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got nice rib spring for
She
her
looks
age.
like a girl. He looks like a boy.
Yeah, that's true. Now, there's a 4-finger, and her nose is right at the edge. 4-finger there, so it's a balanced head. I think he has the better headpiece, but she has a girly headpiece.
Yeah, she's definitely not a
She's
dog.
bitchy.
So what do you mean a girly?
Girls always look a little more refined
Her mother
Okay.
looked like
than dogs.
What's Asta? Everybody always said, oh, it's a nice male. I was like,
Yeah, and when you put your 2 planes in here, you can see there's the same. Yes, nice. Yes, I know. It's a very good. Yes, I didn't mean to insult you.
because it's a wider.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You go by the nose size. I just read that recently.
On the map.
And
Look for a
size.
big nose.
I've
And if they have
always
a
heard that,
big
but I never
nose,
knew why.
Then they have a wider head. I just read that.
It goes along with it, yeah.
Otherwise, it's
But there's
narrow and-
also, in every combination, there's a possibility of 1,000 different connections.
Right.
And
It was
so-
just something I never heard before till just recently.
Yeah,
It's
well-
funny how you pick up on stuff.
Yeah, well, with that 1,000 different connections,
Yeah.
in that same litter, a lot of puppies that can look identically alike, when you breed them, even if you were to breed them identically, they'd reproduce totally different. So,
When you did that Gabby and Scooter, what kind of heads did you get out of that one?
Oh, you remember that one? That's the baby.
That's what I was
Right, the
thinking.
littler
Okay,
one. The
okay.
little one. Yeah, I forgot you were
I
there.
was there for that.
You were there for that
because
experiment.
Scooter had that nice head on it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's his baby.
Okay.
oh,
She
no,
wasn't
oh,
the
I was
best
checking,
one.
honey.
There was only 3
like that.
boys and a girl, and the boys
Yeah,
were really
okay.
nice.
Really?
That would be my other option.
Okay, from
Yeah,
here to
the
here.
boys were really nice. She's very.
Okay, stand still there.
I mean, she's done well. I've got her
So
almost
if I was
finished,
going elbow,
but I
middle
think
of my
she's
hand.
very average.
she's absolutely square. And I'll just measure it to make sure that my eye isn't off.
I think we measured her. What did we measure her yesterday? 13 half, 13 and a quarter?
Wait a minute, this is the short one. This only
Yeah, I
goes to
don't think
12.
we have any long
What
ones.
happened to my other stick?
That's
We
one of
didn't
Diane's.
I didn't bring my
Yeah.
regular with it.
Now you
Yeah,
gotta do an
that-
1.5 off of that.
Yeah, well, I do from long way. Okay, so she's 12 and a half at the wither. and 13 and a half tall.
She's acting up, so she's
13 and a half tall, but from
I found a new
oh, and one other
homeopathic
thing I
for
forgot to tell you guys. You could take and put your hand on the head, and the body should be you should be able to make two heads out of your body, from breastbone to rear. So in this case, if you're looking at this dog, you'd want an inch more head.
Yes.
And that's the easy way to figure out whether she's got a typical bitch head. But if you wanted ideal dog, you'd want her head, which is one full hand, you can see, and you go from breastbone here, here. You still got an inch behind my hand here. So if you had even a half inch more head, she'd look what we'd term elegant instead of bitchy, just bitchy.
Okay. On to the monsters.
Oh, natural air, yay!
Natural
Hey,
air.
is wasted.
Hi, Winston. You go ahead. Fine with Jenny.
Hold that, Mom. Now, I was talking about rocking horse. This is how you get a dog just steady on the table. Put front feet down, let them touch front feet, let them touch back feet. You do that a couple of times. And then when you stack them, they say, oh, you're going to leave me alone, I'll stack. So then they'll stack for you. Pay attention.
Make that dog sit up.
Ah,
How old is this puppy?
4 months.
4 months. When we do these, my tree, if you can walk.
all right.
Now, see, she does this fine for me.
Yeah, well, she needs to feel that it's okay for anybody to do this. You need to get the hair between the pads of the feet. That's why she's sliding. She can't get a grip.
Yeah, her hair grows.
I know. You may have to do it every other
I don't know
day.
what
Yeah.
side of the family that comes from.
Okay. Wither. Right there. Breastbone right there. Here's your from... Did you hear me? I said stack.
I wait.
Is that necessary? Okay. From there to there, and there to there. Now, you see what I'm seeing? From here to here. Oh, you moved your rear because people moved.
Sorry, I'm kind of
No, you're
blocking you
fine.
guys. Wait. Wait.
Stay. From wither, point to breastbone. From breastbone, it's almost where you'd want it. I'd say you got maybe
Oh, okay.
a fourth of third of an inch,
I wasn't
but
sitting right
it's almost.
down.
If you were to
From
draw,
what I can see, this is what I see.
put your legs down. Put your legs down. If you were to draw a line from the wither to the elbow, you'd find it almost where you wanted it.
Will she grow into that, or
It's hard to say, but it's a good. It's a plus in this part. She has the definite bump on the front. This goes back to your line from check.
Yes. She's the granddaughter.
Hey,
Yeah, you can tell this is from a European line a couple generations back. Very definite breastbone. Can you feel it? It's a little bump. Europeans are much more likely
Oh yeah.
to do that than the Americans. But from that breastbone to there and to there is as equal as you're going to find on a puppy. Rib cage. Right there and hot. 3 fingers. That's lovely. When you stop, where's your measures? Come around here, Diane, with your measure. Let me hold her while she measures her. From here.
Back. Well, let me do it like what I do is I go like this. Okay. And I subtract 1.5 inches, so she's 11.5.
Okay, because you're doing from here to here. Okay. Now from
yep.
the same thing holds true here. When you lift the rear, no, you got to stack you. Funny. You got your legs off oddly. Okay.
Who's
When
a
you
cute baby?
drop the rear, you should be able to see both front legs through there. And when you drop the rear, you'd like them to drop with their legs absolutely vertical, not going in or out. And she can't get traction on this table because she's got too much
We
hair.
should be using that other table. We could switch table. Well, you know what? We'll use it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's a little better. Easier to get traction. That's a little smoother. She still does it to some degree, but much better. See, much straighter hop on this table. Yeah. And there again, you feel the amount of muscle in the rear with marshmallow, what I call marshmallow rear muscle mass.
Is that just because she's a puppy or just needs
Well,
to...
and she needs road work to build muscle. You don't get muscle by playing.
I need road work.
If you walk them a lot, you get it.
Yes, you do. And that walking a lot is 3 to 5 miles. And if you walk a puppy too early, though, and you don't give it enough rest time, you can actually do harm to the puppy. So don't ever walk a puppy when it's hot, when it's the puppy needs to rest.
Midday is bad. As it gets hotter,
Early
midday
in
is
the
bad.
morning,
Early
when
in the
the
morning
sun
is
first
great.
comes up,
Evening is great.
after the sun goes down and it's cooled off by at least 10 or 15 degrees, walk them then.
Well, I guess we'll all stay in shape, won't we?
Well, that's good for you.
It does
Now,
help you.
This is what I was talking about. You got an ear that's on done.
Yes.
I know.
But that's okay. It's holding nicely.
I'll go get some.
Oh, they're in the little fridge on there.
The I saw her go too. When you run, no, I didn't tell you could move. When you touch your hand on the sides of the cheeks here, you can feel the bone a little prominent, not very bad, but the fill under the eyes is much better than the other one that we were lacking in fill, but it could still have a little bit more in muzzle, but it may be putting down bone. Yeah, you're just starting on those teeth. Yeah, you are. Uh-huh. Well, you got the fronties in anyway, yeah. Got a few missing there, yeah. It's about normal. At this age, at 16 weeks of age, there's a second molder right here that you can flick right out of them. See?
Where is it?
Oh, good for you.
Where did you find that at?
Right in the back.
There's so much fun.
Right
You just
here.
pulled it out
Yeah, you just flick it out.
at 16 weeks?
Yeah.
At 4 months?
Yeah. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, spit it out. Oh, yeah, there, it's on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah,
We need a
tooth puller.
tissue here.
Tooth puller.
Paper towel coming
But
up.
you'd like to get them out of the way as soon as they start to loosen because you
How
don't
far
want to.
back is that?
It's next to the last tooth.
Okay.
You don't ever want two teeth occupying the same space.
Yeah.
Get rid of the baby teeth.
And
mess
because
them up.
they just get all kinds of bacteria and what have you grow between. See where I pulled it? Mm.
They put it into my thing. Yes.
One less thing you have to eat.
Any other teeth you need to pull?
No.
Just that one. Okay.
Wiggling those little eye teeth every time you just.
Yeah.
The eye teeth are which one?
Okay, Pumpkin. That's good. Better table. That's better table.
How is the height of her hops? Height of her hops.
Height of her hop?
You okay?
She's okay with, she's got 5 fingers there. She's just a little loose with the left hop. It isn't as strong, but the muscle is so marshmallowy back here. When you feel the two sides, this side seems to be a little better built than this one. So
She must always run in the same direction.
circle, right. Probably true. It's one of the reasons why when you gate them, and if you gate them to 60 cycle music, they learn to flow. So use some old marching band music or something that really's got a good strong beat to it.
Yeah.
Not this new modern stuff that they go crazy with.
I don't even like that.
You know what I found is a lot of the newer smartphones. There's an app that you can download that's a metronome,
Yes.
and you can actually set it you know, set your metronome to 60 beats,
Yeah.
and it gives you a boom, boom, boom as you're walking.
We find that in research, if you want to learn something, if you do old minuet music and things like that, it makes the short-term, long-term memory real quick. So dogs need to have something repeated at least 100 times before they actually have it in their memory.
Said, sweetheart, you gotta stay up here.
Yeah, he says, I'm used to blacks here. They do that suddenly, so I never totally lose. Okay,
Are we done?
we're done.
I do have a question.
What?
On this particular dog, you said she was shorter than longer.
Yeah.
So will she grow into that, or?
Well, you prefer that to have them just a little bit shorter in body than they are in height for the judge. But when you're looking for a brood bitch, you'd like them to at least be totally square because they need that little extra room for the puppies. But the breed standard says the same length as height.
Okay.
But majority of the puppies you see bred out there are probably just a little longer in body than they are in height.
So who's this? Beckett?
Beckett and Surrey, brother, sister.
Who's sire?
Stay. Yeah.
See how nice that layback is?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Gorgeous layback.
How old is this dog?
How old is he, Julie?
7 months.
I knew that would shut him up. What'd you do? He loves the camera. When I was here last time, he was like, oh.
Yeah, see now, that's good. He's got the tightest 4 fingers you ever saw in your life, so that's good. And you see, if you were to measure from the tail set to where the hocks are, here's your 3 fingers. The hock is here. It's a beautiful rear set. His legs come nicely under where his wither is. His wither's right there. You draw a line down. Here you are, right at the elbow. He's got a less prominent chest bone, but that's because Stay has mostly your American bloodlines. But you can still feel it. Nice and here again, I didn't mention on the others because this is more of an adult dog. You put 4 fingers and you touch the bone part of both legs. Comes down nicely. He's he'll probably spring just a little bit more with those ribs because he's, I found my Stay puppies to be a little slower at
They're
springing
very
ribs.
slow, yeah.
So as you see, because of that, when he springs those ribs,
The legs will go straight.
yeah, they'll go a little bit straighter, but they're fine as is. Okay. All right. Muscles. Yeah. You're running around the yard. You're not doing any.
No, he's not doing road work yet.
Yeah.
That's starting here real quick.
You can always tell the dog who's
7
got
months.
yard work in, but no road work.
Stay and Jasmine, they're brother, sister.
Yeah. But you can feel the definite, there's an indentation here where the second thigh comes in, right here.
Yeah.
And right here. You see there's an indentation where the second thigh comes in? Okay.
There.
Yeah. So on dogs that have got really good,
I know those. Don't hear the birds.
good road work on them, when you get to the second thigh, it almost, you can't find that indentation anymore.
Okay.
But you always tell the dog who's just running is just not road work. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nice.
Well, I tried getting him to shut up.
Nice.
He's a good one for them to see heads.
Yeah, and now you come and touch the back of this without being restacked or anything, and you find a flat back. Come on, you two. Touch. Kind of a back that has some structure to it.
They're just smooth.
Smooth
That's what you
transition.
want, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Smooth transition.
Oh, such a good mouth. Oh, such a beautiful mouth.
Let me see his teeth.
Now, look at that set of gums. Oh, fantastic.
Beautiful teeth.
Yeah, and a clean head. This is what we call a clean head. When you go by like this, you're not running across a massive bone. And right behind, under the eye, it's mass.
It's what?
It's a
Okay,
mass.
so it's
It
a nice
doesn't.
smooth, you don't have that big
No
lumpy-
snip.
Dip in.
No
Doesn't
snip.
Yeah.
And yet it isn't coarse. Now there's a difference between having a clean head and a coarse head. You can see some very good large-headed dogs that are coarse. When you grab their head, they've got a prominent zygotic bone there. They also, when you get to the mouth, it's like grabbing the muzzle of a German Shepherd.
You've got that thick jaw
Yeah.
and the,
Right,
okay.
right.
So this one just smooth.
This is a clean head. This is what you call a clean head.
Or just kind of smooth, gradual. Okay.
The breed calls for not a prominent stop between muzzle and forehead.
Yeah, if you can
Again?
see here, there's hardly any drop. That's something to really see.
You can strip him next
See,
time.
there's
and
hardly any
see how
drop
much
right
you love
here.
it.
You
Onto the
don't-
nose, it's
That's-
just barely a slight drop.
They're-
So it's
they're-
called
right
parallel
here.
planes,
right.
right?
Parallel plane. You're right.
What were you saying?
See
The
right
two
here?
planes.
Oh,
This plane should be
Yeah, no, the
flat and this
affection coming
plane should be
back after
flat.
you've done
See where her finger and my finger are?
Yeah.
There's hardly
There's
any
a little
dip.
difference between them, but there isn't a vast.
It's not a big drop, like
okay.
not like a ski slope, you know. There.
You're a keeper.
Goes the
Yeah,
hand.
you're a keeper.
He
Let's
is.
go over to the next one. These are litter mates?
Sister, yep.
Oh my.
How old is this dog?
7 months, same thing. Okay, Pumpkin. Got up off your hair. Okay. There you are. All right, turn around. You don't have to watch Mom. Okay. The only difference I see in their shoulder structure is this one is more forward. You see where this, if I drew the line down from her wither, it comes not quite to the elbow, but close. But it's a little more forward than the boy is. Little flatter chest too.
That makes sense then.
Uh-huh. And run your hand over her top line a minute.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
The dip, definitely. Hers one that I would now run your hand over her top line.
Much improved.
She's one that you would have to teach to always go a half an inch back further and treat her. Half inch back, treat her. Every time she's on the table, you put her hind leg 1/2 inch back from what she would normally stand and give her a treat. So that you could give the command stack and she'll automatically put her feet 1/2 inch back. That's how we outwit the judges. They don't know what they're looking for anyway. No, but they know whatever breed they probably had. It just weren't Schnauzers. And you could get some Schnauzer breeder judges who really aren't tuned in well. Or don't want to be tuned in well because they want to do what everybody else is putting up. Nice straight hops. You go down. When you lift her up and let her come down of her own accord. It's wide enough to put 2 legs between her. When you come to the front, you check those 2 legs.
Been a busy
You
boy.
put your 4 fingers there and you touch bone on either side. That's good. That's what you should do. You shouldn't have more than 4 fingers between. This is pretty much a duplicate of the other, except I see just a
She has
few.
more forechest.
Well, actually,
She's got, yeah.
yeah, there's the bump's a little higher. That's all.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what you see. Is the bump is up way up
little
here at the
higher.
top of her.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're checking, you think that it's just fat, but it isn't. There's a bump up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got nice rib spring for
She
her
looks
age.
like a girl. He looks like a boy.
Yeah, that's true. Now, there's a forefinger and her nose is right at the edge. Forefinger there, so it's a balanced head. I think he has the better headpiece, but she has a girly headpiece.
Yeah, she's definitely not a
She's
dog
bitchy.
bitch.
So what do you mean a girly?
Girls always look a little more refined
Her mother
Okay.
looked like
than
a
than
dog.
dogs.
What's Asta? Everybody always said, "Oh, it's a nice male." It's like,
Yeah, and
Everybody
when you
called
put your
Jasmine
two
a
planes in here, you can see there's the same. Yes, nice. Yes,
She's
oh,
got
I
a
know.
big
It's a
nose.
very good. Yes,
That's the other thing
I
somebody
didn't mean
else
to
mentioned,
insult
look
you.
for a big nose.
because it's a wider.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you go by the nose size. I just read that recently.
On the map.
And
Look
nose
for a
size.
big nose.
I've
And if they have
always
a
heard that,
big
but I never
nose,
knew why.
Then they have a wider head. I just read that.
It goes along with it, yeah.
Otherwise, it's
But there's
narrow and-
also, in every combination, there's a possibility of 1,000 different connections.
Right.
And
It was
so-
just something I never heard before until just recently.
Yeah,
It's
well-
funny how you pick up on stuff.
Yeah, well, with that 1,000 different connections,
Yeah.
in that same litter, a lot of puppies that can look identically alike, when you breed them, even if you were to breed them identically, they'd reproduce totally different. So,
When you did that Gabby and Scooter, what kind of heads did you get out of that one?
Oh, you remember that one? That's the baby.
That's what I was
Right, the
thinking.
littler
Okay,
one. The
okay.
little one. Yeah, I forgot you were
I was
there.
there for that.
You were there for that
because
experiment.
Scooter had that nice head on it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's his baby.
Okay.
oh,
She
no,
wasn't
oh,
the
I'm
best
just
one.
checking, honey.
There was only three.
I like
Two
that.
boys and a girl, and the boys
Yeah,
were really
okay, nice.
Good.
That would be my other option.
Okay, from
Yeah,
here to
the
here.
boys were really nice. She's very.
Okay, stand still there.
I mean, she's done well. I've got her
So
almost
if I was
finished,
going elbow,
but I
middle of my
consider her
hand.
very average.
she's absolutely square. And I'll just measure it to make sure that my eye isn't off.
I think we measured her. What did we measure her yesterday? 13 and a half, 13 and a quarter?
Wait a minute, this is the short one. This only
Yeah,
goes
I
to
don't
12.
think we have any long
What
ones.
happened to my other stick?
That's
We
one
didn't
of Diane's.
I didn't bring my
Yeah.
regular with it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta do an
that-
inch and a half off of that.
yeah, well, I do from long way. Okay, so she's 12 and a half at the wither. And 13 and a half tall. 13 and a half tall, but from
I found a new
oh, and one other
homeopathic
thing I was
for days.
forgot to tell you guys. You could take and put your hand on the head, and the body should be you should be able to make two heads out of your body, from breastbone to rear. So in this case, if you're looking at this dog, you'd want an inch more head.
Yes.
And that's the easy way to figure out whether you got. She's got a typical bitch head. But if you wanted ideal dog, you'd want her head, which is one full hand, you can see, and you go from breastbone here, here. You still got an inch behind my hand here. So if you had even a half-inch more head, she'd look what we'd term elegant instead of bitchy, just bitchy.
Okay. On to the monsters.
One will grow at this area and one will grow at this area, and the puppies will not be what you want.
Breeding is very.
So you don't just breed for cover this fault. You breed for the best
If it's Sam that
overall
answers,
dog
tell her it's for me.
to the best overall dog, and you
She'll
chances are you
no,
will
tell her you're my roommate.
get what you want.
She'll push it.
So the best of best, the best of best.
Yeah. It works much better. I gotta go get me some water.
I was just going to ask how you're feeling.
I gotta go try.
I think that's fine.
Still squeaking, huh?
Probably that one. It just drank a little bit. You're not trying.
You know, and I haven't been for 5 years, which is why, you know.
No, well, Larry.
Yeah.
Now you make me Larry.
That's not good. I've not been sick with even the cold or sicker or nothing. Everybody home?
Call from David, not my David. I have no idea who that is.
When it washes their hands when I come home before I touch any
717 number? All right, now you have to keep track of this.
Between these dogs and your dogs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, see, I didn't know anything there.
Would it be better on that table with the puppy?
Well, I don't know. This is good surface too. It'll come to a lot of
Puppy number 5,
green collar.
light green. There's 2 green
Oh,
colors.
this is light
They
green.
got numbers on them.
Well, that's right. So, yeah. Oh,
7 weeks and 2 days.
all right. Okay. Back you up a little
7
bit.
weeks and 3 days.
Back you up a little bit. All right. Back you up a
Being
little
at
bit
2
more.
in the morning.
This age, they grow so fast.
All right.
Oh.
Where'd you get the collars at?
A friend of mine sent these to me, but you can get them from.
Borrow your paper towel
Somewhere.
if I can find it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some of the online pet supply places. Catedge.com.
I was just looking for some paper towels. She had a whole roll. I know, I saw it. Right here on the chair.
Good. That's good. You're getting there.
Well, I try and give them table time, but you know,
I know.
it goes.
Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate it. Did you all crack that for me?
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I just need to have some water in my throat. Thank you.
Put this down below so I know that means.
Whoa. Yeah, I would rather do this in a week from now. I think it's still a little soon, but
Yeah.
they're a little wobbly on their feet. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not.
But this is when
In a week, bring them over to the house and do them and see what the difference is.
yeah.
I don't know if this is going to really work because they want to scrunch. There's some things you
Especially
can,
with the birds and
Yeah.
the dogs barking and
well, you get the measure bit, and we'll see what we can manage here between the two of us. So this finger here, they're scrunching, so it's not accurate.
oh, I got that on the wrong side.
What'd you say?
I got it on the wrong side.
All right, I like it. No, see, she's scratching. It's not going to work, honey.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
She's probably about 7 inches when she stands up.
Well, let's try it with my fingers. At least it's
Yeah,
equal.
I think she's probably 7 because her legs are crooked too.
Yeah, when I do it with fingers, and I do my finger to the elbow here, see that? Then I do elbow to this. She's got a little more leg than she's got body, and you'd expect that at 7 to 8 weeks of age to have a little more leg than you'd have body. But you should have equal length, so
Yeah,
that's pretty standard.
okay. 1.5. So she's 7 1/8 inches long, and somewhere around 7 inches tall.
And at this point, you'd put in length. The length I'd say is, on my fingers, is 2 fingers length.
Mhm.
And how old are these guys?
7
7 weeks.
You want me to fill that in for you?
Yeah.
2 fingers?
lengths. Yep.
Are they born
Height.
the same day as mine?
Oh, I don't know.
My
Is
little ones.
Were they born
one
on
and
Tuesday?
Mine too. I'm gonna be 8 weeks Tuesday.
3/4.
So these are the same age as mine. Oh, okay.
Okay. What's next on there? Wait, we'll head shape. Okay. Head shape. You want it to be rectangular. And as you can see, you've got a rectangular head. Now, at this point in the game, your top skull will always be longer than your muzzle, because the muzzle grows. Top skull doesn't grow as fast. So you got 3 fingers for top skull, 2 for muzzle. So wherever that is. I think that's different on there somewhere.
Let me see that rectangle
Nose
again.
to eyes.
Nose to eyes is this
Okay.
part.
Tell me how many fingers.
That was 2.
2.
And
Okay.
3 on top.
All right, great.
Show me that rectangle again.
The rectangular is there.
Okay.
Head shape is rectangular. Okay. Let's go to ear set as long as we're at this. Down below somewhere will be ear set. Way at the bottom, I think.
Yep.
Okay. On an odd crop dog, you want the edge of the ear here, or on any dog at this age, you should be able to go across, if you held the ears upright, should be able to go across the base of the ear and come to the eye. That's what you should be able to see. If you come across at the base of the ear and you're way below the eye, you're going to have a hound ear. So this is about all you get out of this, is to come across and you get to the eye. So, and
I
then,
never knew that. That's really good to know.
and if you were to tape these ears, if you wanted to tape, which we wouldn't tape quite at this age, you would tape the inside edge here, right here, with glue. Then you'd hold your finger here on the inside of the ear and tape that edge right to the edge of the eye.
To the edge of the eye.
To the edge of
Okay,
the
right
eye, and only the inside edge.
4 different litters. So 4 different bloodlines.
See, you put your finger in at the base, you're bringing the ear over, you glue right here, and you tape it right to the edge of the eye. Now, a lot of people used to tape over the head like this, and what ended up being is the dogs came over with ears that are, they look like Kerry Blues.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you take it right here, like there.
Yeah, but you put your finger inside so that you're giving the dog plenty of air in their ear.
Okay.
So the finger has to be inside the ear, and you tape to the edge, and it's folded over at the top of the head. So if you
Nothing
were,
else, my puppies are patient.
Yes, they are.
yeah. So
Temperament.
The tongue. Look at the tongue.
are you upset with me? Are you upset with me?
Okay, teeth is next.
Okay. The teeth at this point, you find at this age, a lot of time the eye teeth will hit the goom line and actually impair the length of the mouth.
Which one's the eye teeth?
The 2 long ones. 2 long ones on the side. The 2 long teeth on the side. These are eye teeth.
Okay.
Now, if they hit the top of the goom line, it's wise to just break the tips off of that bottom 2 teeth, because if you don't, the tips will go into the goom line and not allow that bottom jaw to come forward like it should.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell too much about these
Julie,
guys
that
at
one
this
did
age.
it works great. Have you done it?
That's
Same boy,
yours.
Noah.
What's that?
All right, thank you.
What else do we need here?
Neck,
Neck?
wither to skull.
Okay. Well, it's hard to stack this dog and make it want to stay up there, and especially with the collar on it. But you put your finger at the wither point, and you come up to the base of the skull, and you got 3 fingers.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, what's next?
Top line.
Top line. Okay. Hard to say on a puppy because you run your hand over the top, and it's and see what you think.
I remember when I did it.
It looks good.
But now you got to understand,
It's not going to stay that way.
no,
Because we're making her stand
right.
like that.
That's
Yes.
what she could do.
It's an artificial.
Right, she could have a good
Yes.
top line.
Yeah.
That's all you're getting out of a young puppy.
Yeah.
But in the same aspect, if you were to stand her like this, let her stand still now. Okay. You can still see it. It's relatively good. But she has a tendency to want to keep bringing her front feet or hind legs under her because puppies, when they're fearful, that's what they do. They tuck themselves under. Okay.
Front leg chest spread.
Okay, how many fingers can you put between the front legs? Is your next step. Hold the dog's head up, put your fingers in here, and I get 3.
Rear leg spread.
Rear leg spread, then again, you do this. You drop their hind quarters, let it go as natural as could be, and you got at least a good 5 fingers between there. A good 5 fingers.
And you can also see the front.
Yeah, and you can see the front legs between, right. So, that's fine.
Loin.
Oh, hello,
These guys
puppy.
were all born on the same day. We've got, it's funny, we got 2 litters. 2 of ours are born a day apart. Yours and mine are born on the same day.
And then the other 2 litters are 4 days apart.
Yeah.
And then her litter at home
Okay.
is the same
What's
age
next?
as my older litter.
Loin.
Okay. There's 2 fingers between the rib cage and the loin. 2 fingers.
Wither to breastbone.
Wither to breastbone. That's this point here to. Okay. All right. Stand there a minute. Put your feet up there. This is the wither. Here's your breastbone. You want to measure from here to there, and then turn that around. Okay. Let's try this again. Feet under you. Okay. Breastbone is right there. All right, so there. We're not going to be able to do it. Unable. She just will not stand. Too young.
Pastern.
Pastured is this area between here, where this little pad is, and her foot. This is called the pastured.
Where is it?
Between that little pad up the leg.
This one right here?
Yep. And the foot. That's the pastured. Now, on dogs, that you want that pastured to be straight, but on puppies, it's in material because there is no muscle yet to hold it. It's just literally got to walk. But that's one thing you check a
So
little
what is
later.
declawed? So that's not declawed, taking this out, right?
No,
here.
no, you never take this out.
Okay.
That's the pastured. You never take that out.
Okay, now the toe to elbow and elbow to wither.
Toe to elbow is this height here. And that's 1 finger wide, and elbow to wither. We did that before. This is the one that's a little shorter in body than it is in leg. So it's shorter in body than it is in leg. Depth of body is shorter, but we got that in another spot up here too. Okay. Hawk is, you want them to go straight down when you drop the dog. You'd like them to be perpendicular or vertical instead of going in or out. And at puppies, that's hard to do until they get more muscle mass to them. So you just question that at this point.
Yeah, I think that's all we want.
Rib spring is never on a puppy at this age. And as far as tail set, you can always check that on a young puppy. You can check and see that when you put the tail set there, that you see actual hock behind it. And you don't have a squirrel tail. You can tell squirrel tails on puppies that are very young because the tail comes back towards their head. Okay.
Is there a dip on a puppy if there is going to be
Usually,
a dip on the adult?
you can always find that field. You see what I mean?
in there.
You just go against the grain.
We've never put Brooks puppies
So the
with
dip
my
back?
puppies.
The dip you don't
Found all
want.
these new playmates in there.
The dip's going to be
Yeah,
right
and she
here.
was
At the
attacking
base
all.
of the
It was
tail.
funny.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want it because normally that indicates as they grow up they'll have a little lower tail set. All right, put that
Show me
one away.
where the dew claws are that you take off.
Dew claws are gone. They were,
Where would
They
be?
were in the pad. Isn't it?
So
They-
where
Weren't they?
would they be?
yeah,
on
they.
the side?
Oh no, they
They're
were on the
along
side.
the sides
Yeah.
usually.
There's
There's
nothing
an
there.
extra little toe that's
Okay.
is removed at
So they're in the front and
She
the
wanted
back.
to know where they were.
often, but not always.
With their, say this is a paw. They're, and this is the right paw. These are their regular toenails here, and there's a little thing that comes out on the side. They face one another.
Okay.
What do we want?
So this was the little one.
Yeah, that's one of my tiny
litter,
ones.
right?
Yeah, she only weighed 3 3/4 ounces when she was born. Nope, I just go in and put them on Mom every time I turn around.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, up a little. Okay, knock it down just as good. Okay, right there.
7 1/4.
Okay.
I say take it right to the tail.
7 1/4.
Wow, perfect. Doesn't mean it'll be that
This
way
an
in a week.
older puppy, or this is
Same
from the
age.
same litter? Same litter.
Okay. Okay, what's next?
Weight. Oh, head shape.
Head shape. Very much rectangular. Okay. Those eye to nose, 2 fingers.
Okay.
Eye to 3, 2 to 3, the same as the other. Neck is.
Teeth.
Oh, you want teeth first?
Head to nose.
Okay. Now this is a good example of getting that tooth. Look at here. It's around here. This is a good example of getting that tooth on this side. See, it's hitting that boom line.
Yeah.
That's one you want to chip
it.
off the tip.
Okay, how is it on the other side?
The other side isn't mature enough.
Take a picture of it. Hold on, let me see. I want to take a picture of it.
Are
I don't-
those like? Oh yeah, those are her baby. Of course, they're her baby.
Baby teeth, of course.
But the baby tooth, it's hitting
See,
into the
it's
gum.
hitting into the gum. See that? Oh, yeah, you didn't like that, I know. And you can keep the bottom jaw from growing adequately. So when that happens, you just, yeah, well, I wouldn't do that again if I were you. Yeah, just sit there. Okay, do that again. See, it's doing on this side too.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll
All right. Yeah. But other than that, you could always check the front booms. And you can see the top teeth are going to go over the bottom and the front because you see the difference in the boom line. Yeah, yeah.
When can you determine that?
You can't really.
Not until they're
You know, you just keep watching.
every day.
Yeah.
It's not important, but every day we'll do it.
Okay, neck, wither to skull.
Wither to skull. Okay, get your collar out of the way. It's hard to measure. Wither to skull. I'd say
Yeah.
3.5
Or not,
fingers.
shy. She's mad because I stopped playing with her.
Okay, top line.
This one is nice and level. You can see that she is willing to stand.
Doing really well.
Front leg, chest spread.
Okay, so you let them stack. You notice how she toes out a little bit because there is no spring to the ribs. And you 3 fingers.
Do you do the unit test too?
Huh?
Do you do the unit test too?
Rear leg.
Yeah,
The head up?
yeah. Well, I don't do it that route because at this point, all you really need to know is where that wither is going to come down. If it's going to come down in the front of the leg, you're going to neck it,
Yeah.
regardless. And right now, the wither, if you were... Stop it. Don't move around on me. the wither on this dog comes right to the front of that leg. So this is one that you would definitely have to build up through here if you're showing her. Yeah.
And Alice, where would the wither be if she were a unit?
In front of the leg. You say for instance, now let's see.
Okay.
Put her leg back a little, and I'll see if I can.
Yeah.
If her thing was here and you go like this, there's no way of correcting that.
Okay.
What was that? What was the
U-neck. U-neck is when the dog neck comes down like this and goes going. I mean,
have that?
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. When you
no. They're just,
when you do this, they.
If you can get their nose straight in the air,
Yeah.
they're going to be you now.
they
Not
say.
that U-neck is
No, but she's got a high wither.
But she has a high wither, so
Yeah.
it's set too
It's
far
something
high
forward.
wither means that this is
It's
up
too
higher
far
than
than we'd like.
You shouldn't feel a when you run your hand down.
Oh,
it
and
should
so-
be smooth.
Something else I was going to tell you when you were moving the dogs, and I forgot to mention it. When you move a Schnauzer, you want them to extend their leg beyond their nose.
Right.
So when you're watching for them gait themselves, you want them to gait out there beyond the nose. If they can't reach beyond the nose, it'll
And
never
they got what
change.
they call mincy.
Yeah, they'll walk like a terrier.
Yeah, they walk like a terrier. Exactly. They
Well,
have
I
a
have
terrier
a
front.
dog that's somebody that walks like he's on stilts.
Yeah, that's a terrier walk. The stilt walk.
Okay, rear
Okay.
leg spread.
That's mine, isn't it?
Yeah, mine's
Right.
behind you.
There's nothing you can do about that, right?
Structure never changes.
It'll never
so when you
change.
check a puppy at 8 weeks old, if you check the angles on them, that will never change. Their body structure never ever changes.
So how would
All
I
the
know
other things
about
can
that
change.
leg, about that stilt, or that?
That's because of the withers, where the withers are.
So where'd you
It's
find?
on that
Okay.
instruction sheet. You'll see it. So now loin.
No, back rear rib.
Oh, the rear. It comes down parallel and vertical, so that's good. And you can see both front legs too, so that's fine. Rear is fine. You can't check for
Loin.
muscle. Loin, you got. Oh, stop that. Now you know better. I was just checking your loin. I didn't need you to sit.
Yeah, but it felt good.
I'd say 2.5.
Wither to breastbone.
Wither to breastbone was from here to here. That's this measurement here. And if you came back like this, the elbow should actually be about here. So it's short on the wither to elbow is shorter than the elbow to the breastbone to wither. Breastbone to wither is longer
So
than
she's-
the
Short
So
upper
she's-
leg.
a short upper leg. Yep.
Wither to pastern. Pastern.
Oh, the pastern. That's
Yes.
this little bit here, and that's difficult to tell on a puppy because that's supposed to be straight, and it's hard on a puppy that hasn't had enough exercise to get its muscles in that
I mean, they
area.
should be standing right on it. You mean?
No, they have to be absolutely parallel. You find
Oh.
it. You find it's parallel, but a lot of them, because there are a lot of extra hair in the bottom of the foot, puts the foot out like this, and the pastern goes way back.
Okay.
Okay, toe
One of the
to,
reasons to keep all your hair out of your pants so your feet.
toe to elbow and elbow to wither.
Toe to elbow, elbow to wither. That's this measurement.
Yeah.
One finger from here to here, see that's equal right to the elbow. When you go from elbow up here, oh, don't do that, puppy. They're equal. Yeah, that's equal. See, from elbow to the wither, that's equal.
Hawk.
Hock is straight and it's perpendicular, so that's
How
good.
many fingers?
Just shy of 4.
Okay.
But that's mine now. You know, you're going to be doing this.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
you're doing all of them,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can still compare.
yeah, right.
Okay, rear angulation.
Well, when I stack it, its rear angulation is beyond the tail. Turn it around so people can see. Stand there. When your tail is here, the angulation is behind, so it's
Okay.
good.
Tail
So what is
set.
There's no
angulation?
muscle. Angulation is what you get here.
Okay.
Whoops. Tail set.
and that's fine. You see, you can feel there's no dip.
Yeah, they do look a lot alike.
It's a straight hair.
Okay.
Okay.
And ear set. We'll skip to spring a rib.
Okay. I'll let you turn around here so they can see your ear set. Now, see, that's how an uncropped dog should be. Ears should come forward, come to the edge of the eye, and this, we know that. And frame the face. Now, to check and see if that's going to be a high or low ear set, you check the base of the ear, draw a perpendicular straight line to the edge of the eye, and you see it's not lower than the edge of the eye. So that means it will not have a houndy look to it. But because it's already bringing its ears up right here, this is a dog, if you left it uncropped, you might want to tape just the inside edge like this. Not the outer edge at all, but just the inside edge, taped to the side of the head like that, so that it wouldn't have tendency to want to bring it up too high. But in Europe, where they use uncropped dogs all the time, the dogs are allowed to bring their ears way up like this if they want, or down like this. There's no
How long do
penalty.
you have to tape it or glue it?
I tell people if you're going to start gluing, glue until the second teeth come in, because that's when ears change.
How long is that?
Between
6
5 and
months.
6 months, yeah.
Wow.
6 months to be safe.
This puppy is so much more mature than the first one.
Oh yeah. Well, I think the other two. They say that they're all fertilized at the same time. I don't think so. I think 2 of them were premature. And then they have so this is puppy number 2, the boy.
Put your feet down. Feet down.
Are the last 2 have been females?
Put the collar on it again.
Yeah.
I can spoil it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I know where that bark comes from. What line?
Back up and standing that long.
Am I on them?
Yep.
I am. Okay. Oh no, he's taller than that. Let's try that
I
again.
know. He just... Back it!
So he's 7 5/8.
The minute the birds started...
He's having a 50% breath.
Here, go see what they are.
She wants somebody to talk to him.
Go look for them. He's got to see what they are. Get it over it. I know.
It wants its hips and
Okay,
also.
so he's like 7 7/8.
Story puppy. Didn't need the bark picture.
He doesn't look longer than he is tall.
Yeah, you're like 5/8 to 7. Yeah, that's pretty close.
Measure this one again and see. I'll make sure.
Yesterday for her heart rate.
Oh, good.
And she's negative, which
Oh,
I figured she would be. Stan looked over really good, and he thinks she's in really good shape.
Oh, good.
She was 16.
You're going right at the
23
withers
pounds.
there?
Oh,
Yep.
that's perfect.
With this to floor. Right.
I'm amazed. He buzzes,
So, and she looks good,
all the
and
way
he said,
past all
she's
these
drying up
puppies.
nicely.
Yeah. Oh,
It
good.
goes to her.
Just a little bit of clear fluid still.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a little bit taller than 7 5/8, but not 7 3/4.
So you're taking it from right here,
The
right
wither.
there, to right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I measure that bone right there to the butt bone.
I
Okay.
was home, and Julie was sending me
Alrighty.
text messages
Alrighty, pumpkin.
periodically about where we were.
Let's go on.
Be a little too early to determine
The
if
first
there
one
was a
started
test.
coming around 7 o'clock. in
It
the
can
evening.
be, but you never. It's never too early to find the
And it took a while. It
feeling.
filled
You'll
out
see what I
for
mean.
all 4 of us.
Touch here.
Oh, yeah.
See,
Definitely.
you could tell that there's a European
She did well, and
influence.
She was a good little mama, and
Were you
You
feeling
feel
for
the
that?
bone?
Yeah,
Cognate?
right at the end of my finger right
Yep.
there. Yeah.
There's a
she was in
breastbone.
good hands. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, right there.
Yeah.
You got little white.
Oh, they often do.
Yeah.
And they'll often have a little white on the very end of their chin too, but
That
these,
goes away.
yeah, those go away, and that'll disappear with nothing flat. By the way,
Okay.
there's 23 different shades of black. Okay, and the undercoat and the overcoat are two different totally shades.
Okay, head shape.
Let them call it.
Of the three, this one seems to narrow at the. More narrow
That's
at
what
the
I'd say
snout.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wider through here. That's the whole thing. I don't think the muzzle is any different than the other muzzle, but it's a wider forehead. Yeah. Woof.
Head, nose to eyes.
Oh, I'd say 2 1/2 fingers. Well, 2 1/4 fingers. Well, what do you call that? 2 1/4 or 2 1/3 or what?
2 1/4.
There's nose beyond the 2 fingers.
Okay, top of the head.
3.
Okay.
But now, here's where the difference lays. Put your fingers on the side of that head and bring them down. Go down this way.
Oh, you can feel that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. That's why the top of the head is fuller than the muzzle.
Yeah.
Because the zygomatic bones are much more prominent.
But don't come forward. Move your head
But down.
Down. this
See
way.
that bump right there?
Right there, yes. That's what makes it, okay.
So that's why the head is broader through here. It's very definitely got it. But if you were to measure, grab a hold of the bone on this dog and the other dogs, this is heavier bone dog.
Yep.
Okay, what else?
Teeth.
Teeth? Oh, same thing you got going.
Oh yeah.
Eye teeth is right into the gum line.
How about Yeah. Well, what's funny is they're kind of like they come up and they curve instead
Inward.
of just coming up like they normally do. There's like curving.
But
I've never seen that before.
they're hitting.
Yeah, but